Hey, you guys, it's Matt Fraser, the psychic medium, and I am live right now. So come on in and join me. I want to talk to you guys all about spirit communication and why your loved ones speak to psychics and mediums like myself. And it's funny because last night on TikTok, I got asked a really good question. That question was, Matt, when you talk to a spirit, do you disturb them in heaven at all? Is it that you automatically just pull them down from heaven? What actually happens when you do a reading? So I actually want to talk to you guys all about it and explain to you what I've come to know as a psychic medium and how the process works. And I really get excited about this because when I'm giving a reading, right, a lot of things are happening behind the scenes that you guys don't see. And it's really cool because even though I might be talking and saying messages from your loved ones in spirit, there's a lot that's going on right here, right in my mind. So what's actually funny is that every psychic and medium communicates with the spirit world in one main way. They speak to spirit through their thoughts, through their feelings, and through their emotions. So what's really cool is when I'm connecting with your loved ones, there's this back and forth conversation that you guys are not seeing. So what's really cool is that your loved ones will start to show me visions of their life. I'll ask them questions in my head, and I'll start to put together the visions of what they're showing me. It's really cool. Because when I'm connecting with your loved ones, it's almost like learning and retelling the story of their life. It's like looking at a great big picture book filled with pictures and movies and little snippets from their life that I use to put together the messages that your loved ones have to speak to you here in this world. And that's the reason why even souls that spoke a different language than I do on the other side can come through with extreme details and show me so many things, because in spirit, the way that all spirits communicate with mediums is through a very different language. It's through a language of intense feelings, visions, signs and symbols. And also sometimes your loved ones will use things from my life to show me what's going on in yours. So first of all, I want to say hello to all of you guys who are here. I see Dory is here right now on Facebook. I also see that Brenda is here as well. She goes, Matt, I think you're a good soul and I think you're just so kind. Thank you so much. I see that Mary S is here as well. And I also see Adam is here from England. And I'm also seeing that Marilyn is here as well. And Ginger is here. Ginger says, I'm so glad that I caught you live. It made my day. Well, I'm glad that you're here. You guys, I get so excited to speak to you about this because the truth about giving a reading is that when I'm connecting with your loved ones in spirit, I don't go looking around in heaven. I'm not like, all right, Carol's here. Who's here to talk to Carol? Anyone here? Is Carol's mother here? Is Carol's father here? You know, what actually is funny is that the way that people get readings is not because I go searching for your loved ones. It's because your loved ones are already searching for you. I just want to sum it up on how I receive messages, okay? And by the way, every psychic and medium is different. But the way that my abilities work is that I see the dead alongside the living every single day. And there's many times when I'm called to do spontaneous readings for somebody, when I run into them at the grocery store, or I run into them walking down the street, or I run into them, at the cashier station, or whatever it may be. Because the souls, when they're with you and they see someone that can communicate with them and talk with them, they take the opportunity to deliver messages that they didn't get to here in this world. So for me as a medium, I see the dead alongside the living every single day. For example, a man might be walking down the street and right behind him is his dog that had passed away, that's silently following behind him. How many times have I been to the grocery store and, that woman that's walking down the aisle actually has her mother or her husband that had passed away walking with her? What's amazing is that when I say that your loved ones are with you, they're with you just in that way. But what's really cool is that sometimes when your loved ones have a message, they'll come through directly to me to deliver messages to you. Much like your loved ones are finding different ways to send signs to you, what they're also looking to do is try to get messages to you, whether it be through a dream, whether it be through a sign, or whether it be through a psychic medium like myself. And it's amazing because your loved ones are already with you, right? They're already by your side. They're already trying to get messages to you. They already have, a bunch of things that they want to say to you. But sometimes you might see the sign, you might not see the sign, sense the signs, or know that your loved ones are there. And it's amazing because I love doing first time readings. I can't tell you how amazing it is for me when someone comes to me for the very first time and gets a message. I actually have a video that I want to share with you where this man attended an online reading with me, and him and his cousin both attended. They both got messages from their moms, and he attended. It was his first time ever doing something like this. And you can clearly see how he just became overwhelmed with emotion, knowing that his mom had truly not left him. Well, that's why your loved ones come through. You're going to know that I don't pull your loved ones down from heaven and I don't make your loved ones speak. Just like when I'm doing a reading, right? You'll notice when you see me give readings on television shows and radio shows and during live events and online group readings, I never ask you guys questions. I just tell you things, right? I'll tell you what your mom is saying. Your mom's saying this, your dad's saying this, your sister's saying this. I never have to ask questions because your loved ones already know what's in here. They know what's weighing on your heart. They know what's causing you pain. They know what's causing you grief. They know what's causing you to not get over their passing. And they know what you need to hear to be able to heal. So what's amazing is that when I'm connecting with your loved ones, I let them do all the talking. And it's actually funny because back when I did private readings, people used to ask me all the time, but right when I started the reading, they used to be like, Matt, can I ask you questions? And I used to be like, hold on, don't ask me any questions right now. Let's see what your loved ones have to say. And at the very end of the reading, you ask me questions. If you have a question, I'll make sure that I answer it for you. And they would just be like, oh, okay. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, 99.9% of the time, okay, at the end of the reading, I'd say to the person, okay, do you have any questions? And they'd be like, hold on, Matt, I have a whole list. Oh my God, Matt, you're not going to believe this, but my mom answered all my questions. I don't have any questions. Oh my God, my dad answered all my questions. How did he know? How did he know I was going to ask those things? Well, the thing is this, is that your loved ones know because they're with you every day. So because your loved ones are with you every day, they know the challenges and struggles that you're going through, the milestones that you're going through, the good things that are happening in your life, the things that are worrying you within your life, and the things that you can look forward to in the future. So it's amazing because when I connect with your loved ones in spirit, they already know what they want to say. They already know what they want to speak about. And that's why this is the way that it works for me. Whether I'm doing a live event, whether I'm out and about on the street, or whether it is that I'm at an online group reading, the moment your cameras turn on and the moment that I start to see you guys, I also see your loved ones in spirit. So what I'll do is I'll see shadows and silhouettes start to appear, and I'll know, okay, that's this person's mother, that's this person's father, that's this person's son. And then the spirits will start to call me over. I'll literally hear this, you guys. I'll literally hear like, Matt, you need to come to Brian. I'm his mother. Or Matt, you need to come to this person. I'm her boyfriend. Or Matt, you need to come you need to come to this person because I passed in this way, right? Or I died in this way. It's amazing because your loved ones automatically have these messages that have to be sent and have to communicate with. And it's amazing to see that, many times people get overwhelmed by the information that comes through because, many souls wait a long time to speak with you guys. There's some souls that have waited 5 years to speak with you, 10 years to speak with you, 20 years to speak with you. And sometimes there have been unresolved conflict, unresolved pain, unresolved answers that have sat with you for many, many years. And when your loved ones can come through and resolve that pain, they will. So what I want you guys to know is this, right? Is that many times people get nervous because they don't think that their loved ones are there, or they don't think that their loved ones are paying attention, when really it's the opposite. What I want you guys to know is that every single day they are there and by your side. And what's really cool, hold on, I'm going to pull this up quick. What's really cool is that on the other side, your loved ones in spirit know how to get messages to you and when they can get messages to a medium. So while I have you guys here, before we get started, I want to show you guys a reading that I recently did during my online reading. It was for a first timer, I should say, guy who came to my online reading for the very first time and heard a message from his mother. You got to check this out. And I also want you guys to know this. If you'd like to come and meet me live in person, I just announced my new tour dates. Here's where I'm coming. This month, September 29th, I am back on the road, you guys, and I'm coming to Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. I'll be giving live readings at Casino New Brunswick. Then I'm coming to Harris, Michigan for 2 nights. I'll be giving live readings on October 6th and October 7th at the Island Resort Casino. I'm also coming to Omaha, Nebraska, where I'll be giving live readings at the Peter Kuwait Concert Hall at the Holland Center for the Performing Arts. Sorry, that's a mouthful. I'm also coming to Kansas City, Missouri, where I'll be giving live readings at Uptown Theater. I'm coming to Laughlin, Nevada, where I'll be giving live readings at the Edgewater Resort Casino. Santa Rosa, California, I'll be at the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts. I'm also coming to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where I'll be giving readings at the Wind Creek Event Center. I'm coming to Foxwoods Resort Casino in Connecticut on December 9th. And I'm also coming to Wheatlands, California, to the Hard Rock Sacramento in February. All the dates are up on my website, meetmattfraser.com. So if you'd like to join me, just go to meetmattfraser.com. And what I also want you to know is this. If you guys haven't heard, by now, I'm sure you've seen the hundreds of readings that I posted on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all of those online readings where you've seen me give people readings right from home. Every single person who has had a reading with me only paid $19. How have they done it? Well, what I want you guys to know is that in between tour stops, I also do live online readings right from this office. And you don't need any type of fancy technology. You don't need a Zoom subscription. All you need is to make sure that you're signed up on my website, and we send you a special link that you click from your phone or your computer or your tablet, and that's it. You're in, I see you, you guys see me, just like you're seeing me right now. So if you'd like to be a part of a live online reading with me, there's only 2 dates left in November, November 2nd and November 4th. September is completely sold out. Every date in October is sold out, but I have those 2 dates in November, and I really hope that you'll come and join me. All right. So meetmattfraser.com is where you can go sign up for the tour dates or the live online readings. And I have a video to share with you guys. I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. This is a man that I read for. He was a first-time psychic medium attendee. He had never had a reading before. He attended with his cousin, and him and his cousin both lost their mother. And what was amazing is both their moms came through, and both of their mothers came through with very different messages. But what's so amazing about this reading is the reassurance that they received from their moms on the other side, especially him. You know, what I love is when your loved ones come through with validations. Your loved ones, oh my God, thank you so much. Carla said she's going to sign up right now for the online reading in November. I'm so excited. I love hearing that because I look for you guys when you guys tell me that you're going to attend. And one thing I want you guys to know is that I get so excited to meet you online and in person, because I know that so many of you write to me every single day on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So that being said, thank you guys. I really am excited to go and to be a part of that online reading with you. But anyways, I want to share this video with you because it's got so many validations in it. I love the validations. I love when your loved ones in spirit come through and can validate things that happen behind closed doors, because it shows us that, wow, they are really with us. They haven't changed. And more importantly, our loved ones are still our loved ones. So you ready? Take a look at this reading. I'm going to be watching the comments. Let me know what you think. David, because first of all, your mother has been trying to reach you in the worst way. And it's been crazy because your mother keeps telling me that you think that the house is haunted, or you think that there's things going on in your house, and it's your mom. She says to me, Matt, he gets so weirded out. Like, did you wake up in the middle of the night and you were like freaked out, like because you thought you felt something?
Yes.
That was your mother. She says to me, Matt, she goes, you don't understand. She goes, trying to get through to my son, she says, is so crazy. She says, because he constantly, she tells me, why you always get your headphones in or constantly got music playing? She's telling me.
Yes.
She says to me, Matt, you don't understand. He's always listening to music. He's gonna either got his headphones in or he's listening to music. She says, and she goes, he doesn't pay attention to anything that's going on around him. She goes, somebody could be breaking in the house. He don't even know. She's like, because he's got that music blasted all the time. She tells me. She goes, he's like in his own little world. And then you keep saying that you don't get signs from your mom. You don't sense your mom. You don't feel your mom. Your mother's like, I'm in that house with him. I can't get his attention, Matt. She goes, he's doing all these things. And by the way, what's your sudden obsession with cooking? Your mother tells me you're trying to cook all of a sudden?
Yes. Yes.
She says to me, Matt, she goes, he never cooked before. Now all of a sudden, she goes, I see him. He thinks he's emeralds in the kitchen. She says, I see him going and cooking. She's laughing at this because your mom thinks this is so great that she can see your life like this, and she can see your life so clearly. Because when your mom was here, she was preoccupied. She tells me that she felt like she had to keep an eye on all the family members, but sometimes things would get lost. She says, and sometimes, Matt, she goes, my son didn't always get to feel my love or how proud I was of him. Do you understand that? So that's why your mom is stepping forward now. She wants to let you know that she sees what's going on in that house. She sees the things that you're doing. And this is her way of letting you know that she is okay on the other side. She's also telling me this. Your mom is telling me that you've been feeling such guilt with her passing here in this world. She says, and Matt, that needs to end today. She says to me, my son is so upset with the way that I died, with the way that I left this world. And your mom says to me that you feel like you did not get to give her a proper goodbye or say what you really wanted to tell her here in this world. Do you understand that? At the end, she's telling me it got a little bit crazy with her passing because there were other family members involved, she's telling me. And she says to me that you felt like you were pushed to the side. Is that true?
I didn't have time to think about a lot of that.
Okay. Is that why? But why is she telling me that there were other family members involved when she was passing here in the physical?
I thinking changed.
Maybe.
My brother.
Okay. Here's what I feel. I feel like your mom was passing. She had a short window here in this world. I feel like everybody was trying to see her or talk to her or do different things with her, right? And I feel like that when by the time you had got to spend time with your mom, you felt like everything was rushed. She tells me this. She says, Matt, she says, please tell my son that I know everything that he felt about me here in this world. And she's bringing that through. And what your mom is acknowledging is from the other side. She says, what's so tough is that the grief didn't hit you till after she had died. She says to me that you keep going back to her passing thinking, oh my God, I wish I would have gotten to tell my mom this. I wish I would have gotten to spend more time with her. I wish that I would have gotten to have more moments with her. And your mother's saying to me, Matt, please tell my son. She says, at the end of the day, she says, I was proud of him for who he was. She says, and also how independent he was in life, because she's bringing that through. She said to me that she never worried about you and she didn't want you to worry about her when she was alive, because there was a lot of things with your mother that she kept secret or wouldn't talk about when it came to her illness. She tells me that she would hide a lot of things away because she didn't want to worry you. She says, Matt, she goes, I didn't want to take away from his life here in this world. She's also showing me a baby that didn't make it as well when I'm connecting. So do you know if there was a soul, a little baby soul that unfortunately didn't make it here in this world?
Yes.
Okay. Please know that that soul is with your mother because she's showing me that. Your mom is telling me this. She says, Matt, please tell my son that from the other side, she says, I do send signs. And one of the ways that you're going to know that your mom is with you is in a different way than other people get. You know, sometimes people use signs. I love to use signs within our life to reach us, like dragonflies, butterflies, repeating numbers. But when you're constantly going a million miles an hour, like you are, because your mother tells me that you don't stop. She says, Matt, I have different ways of reaching my son. And your mom tells me that she sometimes comes and visits you in dreams. So have you gotten dreams of your mom?
Yes.
Know that that's really her. It's her visiting you and letting you know that she's there and by your side, because she's bringing that up. She says to me this. She says, Matt, she says, here in this world, she says, it was really tough. She said, because when she was alive, her whole thing was family. She did everything to try to keep the family close here in the physical world. And she says to me that after she passed, that there's a lot of guilt that you've been feeling because you feel like the family just isn't what it used to be. She says, and Matt, she says, please tell my son that it's not his fault. She says to me that you go back and you say it shouldn't be like this. And she even tells me that for the longest time, you tried to keep in contact with people. You tried to go and like say hello to people. You did everything that you could. But your mother says, listen, you can't change other people. You can just change how you approach things. She says, so Matt, please tell my son that I love him so much, she says, and that I'm seeing everything in heaven. And don't think that I'm not proud or that I'm worried or anything like that. And Miss, I have to come to you because your mother's also stepping forward.
Is she?
She sure is. And first of all, what's your name? I'm sorry.
Anisha.
Anisha, I got to tell you that your mother, first of all, wants to let you know that she's here as well. Because she goes, Matt, if you know our family, she goes, it's like a big party over here. She goes, everybody's here. And she's like trying to bring through everyone. She's like, quick, my daughter's here. Come see. And she's like going like this to me. And it's funny because when I'm connecting with your mom, first of all, she tells me that you feel like the doctors failed her here in this world.
100%.
She said to me that you're so upset and you're hurting every single day because you feel like your mother could have been saved here in the physical world. Your mom just said to me, Matt, please let my daughter know that I am so sorry. She says of what she had to watch me go through here in this world. I'm going to be honest. Your mom is telling me that they did not take seriously what was happening with her here in this world. At the end, she keeps telling me that her head was affected here in this world. Do you know if she had a stroke or there was loss of oxygen that was here? Because she keeps telling me, my head.
Well, she ended up going unconscious because of some bleeding that she had. So
that would be why. Because she says to me that whatever had happened, it had caused her to be unconscious. And like I said, it affected her head. So meaning that after that had happened, your mom says to me, I felt like there was either a loss of oxygen or something that was there, because she said to me, there was no way that I was ever going to be able to return back to my normal self. Do you understand that? But I got to tell you something. Your mom knew that she was sick and knew something serious was going on even before doctors had realized anything. Because she kept saying to me, Matt, I didn't feel right. I didn't feel right. And she said to me that she did go to doctors and she was getting seen. And at one point, she talks about, I think it was right before this had all happened, she talks about being in the hospital. Is that true?
Several times, yeah.
Okay. And you know what's so tough? I don't know what time it was, but she keeps telling me in my ear, I hear bits and pieces from your loved one. And I hear your mother saying, they shouldn't have sent me home. They shouldn't have sent me home. I shouldn't have come home. Do you understand that?
I do.
That's what's so tough, is that when I connect with your mom, she did everything right. She shows me her sitting at home, right? She's in this chair. It looks like a chair in her living room. And she's looking at paperwork that the doctor gave her, right? And it's about all the things that she was supposed to be doing, the medication she was supposed to be taking, doctor's orders, all of these things. And your mom's reading it. And I see her like not really agreeing with it, but I see her going like this and being like, okay, well, I guess I'll try this. I'll try this.
She did.
And unfortunately, she says to me, Matt, she says, I just died. So know that what I can tell you is this, is that when I'm connecting with your mom, this was like a ticking time bomb with her here in this world. I feel like because she looked okay on the outside, nobody really realized all the things that were going on the inside. And she's bringing that through. And what's so hard was this, is that she tells me that at the end of her passing, you had to step forward to try to make decisions for your mom, but it was already too late. Do you know she wants to thank you for that? This is weird. Did you also just lose a dog as well?
We lost a dog a while ago. We have a dog that we lost a while ago.
Your mother keeps telling me your dog's here, your dog's here.
So it could be Onyx. We had a dog.
Well, she didn't tell me the dog. She didn't tell me the dog's name, but she told me the dog's there. And she tells me that the dog won't stop pissing in heaven. Did that dog used to piss on everything in this world? She says, Matt, if she doesn't know what dog I'm talking about, tell the one that pisses on everything. She goes, that's the one.
That's him. Okay.
Please know that dog is with your mother on the other side. She goes, because how do you tell her? She goes, how can I tell my daughter to make the dog stop peeing? How do you make the dog stop peeing? She's telling me. She's bringing this through. But you know what's also weird? Your mother's telling me, because you're telling me the dog's name is Onyx, and your mother's telling me the dog had multiple names. Do people call the dog different things?
Can't remember that. I'm not
Bullshit.
sure.
Your mother's telling me that everybody in the house call the dog a different name. So I don't know, or did you rename the dog? Did the dog have one name and then you changed the name later on?
When we bought him, he had a different name and we changed his name.
Shut the hell up. No wonder why. That would be why. Listen, no, it's her way of bringing that through, because she's telling me the dog had two names. I'm like, what the hell does that mean, two names?
Okay.
So you just up and went and changed the dog's name when you bought the dog? Or
He was a puppy. He was a puppy.
Oh, all right. Well, listen, I'm not getting involved in that one. All I know is that your mother says to me the dog's got two names. Please know that the one thing that she's acknowledging is this. She says to me, Matt, I want to thank my daughter for getting everybody to come in to see me before my passing here in this world.
Yeah.
So she wants to thank you so much for that. And she also wants to acknowledge that she's there and watching over you from the other side. I'm so happy that the two of you decided to be here together, because both your moms are here. And the same way that you're sitting on screen right here and with me, your two mothers are right here behind you in the exact same way. So know that as you go through every day, please know that they're here, they are with you, and that they are safe and at peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is this your first time attending?
Yes.
Well, good. I'm so glad that you decided to attend. I can tell you, I haven't been to North Carolina yet, but it's the one place I really want to come. So hopefully one day I'll get to come and meet you guys in person.
Okay,
Cool.
that's cool.
All right, I'm going to leave you with that. You guys, that happened during my last online reading, and it was incredible because he had never gotten a reading before. And what I want you guys to know is that if you would like a reading like that one, that was not a private reading. That took place during my live online reading event. So what I want you to know is that each online reading, just like that one, is $19 to attend. But here's the thing, is I can only allow a limited amount of people. So September is sold out. October is completely sold out every single day. The only dates left are November 2nd and November 4th. So if you would like a live online reading with me, November 2nd, I believe that's a Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. And also November 4th is a Saturday at 12 o'clock p.m. You can reserve your spot at meetmattfraser.com, meetmattfraser.com. Just click on online readings, but please know that they sell out really fast. So if you want to reserve your spot, just go to meetmattfraser.com. And what I love about this is that your loved ones love to bring through validations. And the reason why validations are so important with your loved ones in spirit is that they want to prove to you that it's really them. They really want you to know that, first of all, they're okay on the other side. They haven't changed. And more importantly, your loved ones want to show you that it's really them communicating. So it's really cool because when I connect with your loved ones, I love when they come through with multiple people and when they even bring through pets on the other side. There's not a reading that doesn't happen where a loved one doesn't come through with pets that have passed away, because anytime a soul leaves this world, anytime a soul, transitions onto the other side, they reunite with their spirit family. And when you adopt a dog here in this world, you adopt them not only into your physical family here on earth, but you adopt those pets into your spiritual family on the other side. So it's so amazing to see how many pets come through during readings with your family members, right? You may have lost your cat, your dog, a horse, right? I've had that happen. And what's so cool is you might be saying, oh my God, where are my pets? Where are my pets right now? When they're with your loved ones in spirit. And I love when your loved ones come through and validate that. And as you can see from that reading, even the dogs don't change their personality on the other side. Oh my God, thank you so much, Patty. She says, I love you so much. She says, oh no, she says, I love listening to you. Sorry, I made that up. She goes, I'm not afraid of death anymore. Well, I'm so happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear you're in Canada. Did you see, Patty? I started touring Canada this year. I'm coming to Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada at the end of the month, which I got to tell you guys, I've been loving coming to Canada. It's been so much fun getting to meet so many of you. And oh my God, thank you, Joy, so much. She says, you've helped me so much just by listening to you. Well, what I want you to know is this. The reason why I share all of these readings is because it doesn't matter how you lost a loved one, when you lost a loved one, or what their relationship was to you. You have a way to connect with your loved ones. And sometimes you might get messages through someone else's reading. So for example, if you're watching my page and you see the videos that I post on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, if you feel a connection in one of those readings, if you're watching that and you're saying at that moment, oh my God, that sounds like something my mom would tell me, or that sounds like something my dad would say, or, oh my God, that reminds me so much of my mom or my sister or my brother that had passed away, know that that could also be a message for you as well. And that's the reason why I post it, because the thing is that the more that you realize that your loved ones are not dead, the more that you can begin to heal. I've noticed that one of the main reasons why we struggle here on earth as humans is because we see death as permanent, right? Even when I was on that show, The Doctors, I was talking to Dr. Travis Stork, and he had said to me, Matt, he said, I'm just mind blown. I started giving readings in the audience. You guys may have seen that video. And all of a sudden he said to me this. He said, Matt, he goes, I am completely mind blown right now. He said to me during the commercial break, he goes, as a doctor, he says, death is just so permanent to us. He says, and there's been so many times where his heart just dropped, where he had to write time of death on the death certificate. And that was it. The person's life was ended. And he said, being a doctor and being in science, that's all he could think about was writing time of death and the person being with us 1 minute and then go on the next, and there being no way to bring them back. But he said, watching you give these readings has completely changed my life, because I realize now that we truly don't die. And it was absolutely incredible to hear a doctor tell me that. I was like, I got to tell you something, that was something that was just so incredible to me. And I know Debbie says, right now, I'd give anything to heal. Well, one of the first things that you can know is that healing takes time. And if you want to heal, there's a couple different things that you can do. One, have conversations with your loved ones. Two, learn as much about heaven and the afterlife as you possibly can. Because in doing so, you learn how to communicate with your loved ones in spirit, and you also learn how your loved ones communicate with you. And when you're feeling ready, you guys, come to an online reading. I do these online readings for one reason, to help you guys reconnect with your loved ones in spirit. But I can only read you if you're there. So far, I've been able to read over 1,000 people during my live online group readings. And I've been able to read so many of you guys from Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I mean, all across the internet, just because you guys have joined my online group reading events. So if you haven't been yet, I do these events for you guys. I want to make sure that I reach as many people as possible. And I know that many of you are living in all different parts of the country and even the world. And there's no way that I can get my tour to every single city. So I started doing the online readings in between tour stops. These are online group reading events, just like live on tour. And it's amazing because I've been able to read and connect with so many of you. So if you'd like the next date is November 2nd and November 4th, okay? But we're almost sold out. So if you'd like to reserve your spot, just go to Meet Matt Fraser, meetmattfraser.com to reserve your spot while there's still time. And I also want you guys to know this, right? I also want you to know that on the other side, one of the things that's so beautiful is that not only do your loved ones not forget about you, but your loved ones don't give up trying to reach you. As you're going through the journey of grief, as you're going through the journey of trying to heal, your loved ones in spirit are right there by your side. They're cheering you on. They're right there and with you. And what they really want you to know is that they're at peace. Because when you know that your loved ones are at peace, then you can take a deep breath and you can feel at peace as well. Because losing a loved one feels like it's right here. It feels like there's just this weight that is on you at all times. It's anxiety that comes out of nowhere. It's pain and pressure that you feel with you on a daily basis. It's hurt that you feel that lingers and lingers and lingers. But what I want you guys to know is that knowing that there is no such thing as death is life-changing for that reason, because it shows you that you'll always have the chance to talk to your loved ones again, to reconnect with them. And even if you live to be over 100 years old, that's not a long time, right? But the thing is that on the other side, we return to heaven where we are with our loved ones forever. And that's what makes heaven such a beautiful place. So that being said, I really hope that you enjoyed that reading. And I want to thank you guys for coming on my lives. I love seeing all of you. And what I want you guys to know, if you'd like to join me just like they did, right? It's only $19 to join the next online reading. Sadly, September is completely sold out. Every date in October is sold out. But I do have November 2nd and November 4th available. And on November 2nd, that's the first weekday event, where the event time is 8:00 p.m. So I know a lot of you guys wrote to me and you're like, Matt, I really want to attend an online reading, but the times are always so early, I can't attend. Well, Thursday, November 2nd, okay, the online reading will take place at 8:00 p.m. So for those of you who asked for a later start time, I listened and I did that just for you. So that being said, you can join me. And also there's a Saturday event that's happening, which is November 4th at 12:00 p.m. So to reserve your spot, just go to meetmattfraser.com, because I can only read you if you are there. And what's also been happening, which is really cool, is that I've been also getting a lot of psychics and mediums. A lot of people who have been tuned into their own psychic gift have been attending as well. And I got to tell you, it's the coolest thing when I get to read another psychic medium. So for those of you guys who attend and you're part of the online readings just to learn and to be part of the experience, I want to thank you guys for coming as well. And I also want to thank you for joining these Facebook Lives and TikTok Lives and joining me online, because I love seeing you guys just as much as I hope you love seeing me. So thank you guys so much for that. And more importantly, remember that your loved ones are always with you, even when you don't sense and feel them. And knowing that